So in this video, we're going to take a look at the brand new Cobra King F9 SpeedBack driver that Cobra's latest offering for 2019. This is due to launch around the 18th of January 19 over here, definitely in Europe, and we're going to take a look at it. I've done a little first look video of the SpeedBack driver, a little bit of the technology, so this is the time for me to try and hit it, test some numbers, see how it performs, and maybe give you guys a bit of an idea of possibly if this is a driver you may go out there and test yourselves. So just before we jump into video, always appreciate you watching my content. If you're enjoying it and you haven't subscribed, then please consider doing so. Hit that logo in the bottom right hand corner of the screen, MNG. Hit the bell icon so you get notifications that any future videos land on my channel. You'll be the very first ones to watch it. Also hook up on my social media platforms, both Twitter and Instagram, and both those handles are at MN Golf Coach. Okay, so SpeedBack driver from Cobra. It's a very striking looking driver. First instincts of it when looking at the yellow and black, it's very much like it just reminds me of like a Ferrari, a sports car sort of look. It looks fast in a way. Obviously come with the name SpeedBack, and obviously the real talking point around this is aerodynamics and speed of the club travelling through the air as you're swinging it. So hopefully gain club head speed, resulting in ball speed. A little bit of technology here we've seen in the previous F8 models, but we've got some slight different changes which we're going to run through. So I'm going to get a first one hit straight away to start with, and first instincts to put that down by the golf ball. It's a beautiful shape. It sits really nice. It's a gloss black finish. It's got the yellow Cobra logo as an alignment A, black face, and it's a bit of a gloss finish, but it's got those little sort of speed bumps on the top there which are quite nice. It's just something that breaks up the head, but the shaping of it sits lovely, very nice and sort of square. And that's a nice solid hit and a lovely ball flight there. And very straight. First one, which is good. Nice opening tee shot there. Just squeeze. Ooh, 299, just short of 300. That felt really nice. Now I've got this in a 9-degree loft, set at 9 degrees, so a little bit more to my sort of spec. I've got it in a hazardous smoke X Flex, which is one of the stock options here, along with a couple of other options which are maybe a little bit softer depending on the flight that you're trying to sort of achieve. So as I say, the big talking point with this driver is the aerodynamics, and we've got the Aero 360 technology happening here, which starts from the front of the club head, where we've got more of a rounded top edge and bottom edge of the driver, so again allowing air to maybe pass over more efficiently to create more speed as it travels through the air. As I say, you've got those little speed bumps there, which is probably going to keep the air close to that crown as possible, more of a rounded crown here. And then we've got this raised skirt at the back, so this is where the SpeedBack technology is about. So think of it like, the way I would see it is a bit like a back of a sports car, like a Ferrari for instance. It's quite a square sort of shaped back section, very similar to what we're seeing here. So it comes down, we've got a little bit of a sort of raised skirt there, which gives us that flat section which allows air to pass over a little bit more efficiently. So that's a really big talking point with the drive. You know, how much does that increase speed? It's maybe hard to possibly test, but I'm guessing it's going to be sort of maybe somewhere between 1, 2, 3 mile an hour more club head speed, which could result in a bit more sort of ball speed. But we always know that the strike will, you know, really sort of override those sometimes gains in club head speed. It's a very solid feeling driver, and I like the sound of that. It's obviously a lot of composite in this, so it gives you that muted sort of sound. Feels really solid. Again, that's a good, pretty straight hit there. 302 that time, a little bit longer. That spun at around 2.7. Now, I'm hitting this at the moment with the weighted heavyweight, which is a 14 gram weight, which is 2 grams heavier than what we saw in the F8 model at the back section. So this is more of a higher launching, higher spinning, more of a forgiving setting for this driver. So with that low CG being pulled low and back, with the SpeedBack creates the sort of more forgiving and slightly higher launch and higher spinning characteristic. So I'm going to hit a few more shots like this, and then I'm going to switch that heavy rate, replace it with a 2 gram and put the heavy 14 gram weight in the front and the 2 gram weight at the back, and see maybe what the differences happens maybe with those numbers. Okay, now that was a little bit heely. Again, it's flown so straight through the air, hardly moved at all. So the accuracy wise, maybe the forgiveness wise is good. And that's a good hit, 303. Definitely didn't get that out of the middle. That was a little bit more heel side. Again, spinning around that sort of 2,700 mark. So maybe proving that forgiveness with that heavy weight in the back. So I'm going to switch that 14 gram weight into the front now, and we'll see how that maybe changes the spin numbers, maybe the launch numbers, possibly some distance gain, hopefully. But maybe let's see how it maybe affects the forgiveness of the club. Okay, so just switch those weights around now. So the 14 gram weight is in the front section. So in theory, this is a lower launch and slightly lower spinning, and maybe a little bit more longer hitting maybe. So let's see how this performs. So I've kept the loft exactly the same as what I did before. So it's first one hit. Again, solid hit. Very nice sort of ball flight there. And that one's trundling, yeah, it's my longest hit there, so 308 yards on that particular hit. So maybe just changing that weight forward, just creating a little bit more sort of maybe ball speed there. We've got some similar technology we saw on the F8 with that CNC milled face, so that's staying in from last year. So create more of a thinner face, but more consistently across the club face. Again, trying to keep that ball speed up. We've got that carbon wrap head, so that carbon crown basically, which is sort of 12 gram bigger area than, again, we saw in the F8. So again, that's saving more weight to reposition into that low section to pull that CG down and low and back. So again, another bit of technology that stays in the F9 range is the Cobra Connect, which we saw in the grip end of the handles, which basically allows you to track your shots, GPS system on the golf course. So through your app, you can see how far you're hitting drivers and see some patterns of misses, maybe left or right, or distances you're hitting the drive, but also the irons. If you've got the irons as well, you can track the whole clubs through your bag, which I think is a great addition, and it's all part and parcel of the actual cost of the golf club as well. Oh, that felt great. That looks really low spin. I wonder how far that one's going to go. That's probably going to get a bit more out of it. There you go. Yeah, it's flying over there. So that's 310. Definitely saw that sort of, you can sort of see the ball through there. So that's spun at 2,200. You can see it just wanting to go forward there. Very powerful sort of flight. So maybe that weight just moving forward there is definitely creating a little bit of a lower spin and just creating maybe a little bit more ball speed even through those shots. So we're going to hit one more shot. Yeah, again, looks long, looks very long. Yeah, that's huge. Just caught that slightly high of centre there. 295 carry, 322 and 1900 spin. So there we go. There's made a big difference of shifting that weight forward. But maybe let's go and look at those numbers in a little bit more detail between those two weight settings and give you some idea how this new F9 SpeedBack driver is performing. Okay, so let's look at some numbers there. So obviously we've got the weight, which was at the back at the top, and then when I shifted the weight forward, the average is underneath. So you see club head speed identical there, 116.4 on average, but ball speed a good 1 mile an hour more with the weight in that forward section, so a little bit hotter off the club face there. Funny enough, it actually launched a little bit higher than with the weight back, which sort of goes against maybe what it does, but obviously we know strike will just change that a little bit more. So looking at spin number there, so you see 2774 with the weight back, down to 23 with that weight forward. So again, the first one maybe didn't quite get the strike there. Second two struck a lot better, which you tend to see where the distance came from. And then with that weight forward, obviously made the difference of that spin number also. So peaking a tiny bit lower, descending a little bit flatter. So we know it's going to run a little bit more, but I have gained that 9 yard more carry there, and obviously a 12 yard gain in total distance. Okay guys, so there we go. There's the new Cobra King F9 SpeedBack driver, and I think that's a stunning club. You know, I think the looks of it is great. The way it sits behind the ball is really nice, great shaping. Clearly the weight changing there is working nicely, so you can really dial that in through a fitting session. Now this comes in 3 different loft options now. So you've got 9 degree, 10.5, and I think you may have a sort of 12 degree in there. And then obviously you can switch the loft sleeve down. So it's opened up more options, because F8 there was just one head, and then you could change the lofts up and down accordingly. So we've now got 3 different loft heads, but still with the changeability in the neck sleeve, so there's a lot more options to sort of work and dial into. The other real positive of this club is the price point. This is coming in, I believe, in the UK at £349, so considerably less than maybe some of the other big manufacturers out there, which we're seeing prices go up and up and up. So again, it's a really good option. It's a great performing drive. It looks quality. It's got all the adjustability on, but I think with a really good price point also. So definitely want to go out there and test yourselves. So hopefully enjoy the video. If you have, please comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Have you tried the SpeedBack driver yet? Is this on your radar to go and try for maybe a new driver 2019? Let me know your thoughts down below. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, very much appreciate it. Hit that bell icon to get notifications of any future videos. Obviously follow my social media platforms, both Twitter and Instagram at MNGolfCoach, and hopefully we'll catch up with you all very soon.